Hello and welcome to this vlog on me learning to play the harp, and it's been a very long time since I did my last one, probably something like 8 or 9 months, because I had a lot of other musical projects come in. The other problem I've had is that I've got some arthritis in my hands, so you purists and harp teachers out there are going to have to be a bit kind to me, because I'm not able to stretch my fingers down or my thumb up. It actually hurts me quite a lot, so I'm not playing, like I should. And this isn't meant to be a tutorial in any way, just a bit of interest for you if you've been following my vlogs. A few months ago, a really lovely lady from Germany got in touch with me, and she said, I'm having a wedding and I want to walk down the aisle to a song called Octopus's Garden, which, if you know the Beatles and you're a fan of the Beatles like I am, you will know that comes from the Abbey Road album, written by Ringo and sung by him as well, and not the sort of song or tune you'd associate with the harp. And when I first got this email, I thought, I'm not sure if I can do this, but anyway, I came up with what you've just heard there, a simple arrangement. I can't really play it that brilliantly yet. I'm working on it, but I just thought I'd show you this morning what I've been up to, and that I haven't given up, and a lot of people have got in touch with me. Thank you very much for your kind emails, concerned that I'd given up. I haven't, and I have been playing, and I've been practicing every day. I'm a little bit restricted by my practice time because of my hands, but I'm doing the best I can. One thing I want to show you is this stand that I've got. This is it, and it's a work of genius, really. It simply goes through the hole in the back of the harp, and it kind of screws in with this kind of wooden screw, and very easy to set up. It's basically looks like a sort of a snare drum stand to me, but the harp sits really really firmly on it. I mean, yeah, it's wobbling about a bit, but you kind of brace it with your shoulder. If you've got one of these harps, I really recommend getting this stand, because before I got it I was really struggling to keep the thing still. I had the little stick that goes across the lap, but this is just brilliant. Not cheap, cost me about £80, but worth every penny. So like I said, this is a Harpsicle made by Rees Harps in America. They're lovely little harps, not terribly expensive. I got this second hand, an absolute bargain. I love it. It's really lovely size. It doesn't take up too much room. Some of the big harps obviously take up a lot of your house. This doesn't. It sits in my other room or when I don't play it, and it's not in the way at all. And the joy of this, of course, is that it does have these sharping levers on the C's and the F's. So the C's are the red strings and the F's are the blue strings. Now, I've decided to do Octopus's Garden in the key of G major. Now, G major's got F sharp, so I've raised the levers, and you can see that, pulling it down, push it up again. All the blue strings have got the lever pushed up, so all my F's are now F sharp and not F, and so I can play in the key of G major. Nice little touch. Obviously, if you spend more money, you can get levers that will sharpen all the strings. But I think they're called a full-sicle, that model, where you've got the full amount of sharps, if you like. But this is a Harpsicle, fine for what I need. Haven't felt the need for anything more advanced yet. Maybe that'll come later, who knows. I'm a little bit depressed about my hands. As you can imagine, I'm a guitarist as well, play the melodeon. Anything to do with your hands and fingers when you're a musician is pretty scary. I mean, it's not agony, but it does ache. And weirdly enough, this came on, really not from playing the harp, but you'll laugh, it came on when I started playing PlayStation games. I bought myself a VR PlayStation outfit last year, so I was kind of yanking the controller backwards and forwards, playing a golf game, and my right thumb really started hurting, so I sort of eased off on that. Didn't play for a while, but I think, I don't know whether that's the trigger, but anyway, I'm getting some pain. I'm not going to whinge on about it. It's not terrible. Some people are far worse off. But anyway, I'm back into it now. I love this instrument. It's really lovely to play, lovely soft sound, and I'll show you a little bit about this tune that I'm going to record. But I'm not going to go to Germany and play it. That would be a nice thought, I guess. But I'm going to record this, sort of nice high quality recording, send it out there, and hopefully it'll be good enough for them to use at the wedding. I will put the music sheet on my website if you want to download it and try it yourself. So the tune starts up here on this note, this D, just above the red C here. And forgive me, I should be bringing my first finger right down, my thumb right up, but that hurts me quite a lot, so forgive me for not doing that. And that's the first part of the tune. It starts on that note above the red C, the D, so, and that part goes twice. And then we come up to here. Down here. And then the first part again. And just end on the G down there. And I'll just come up and play that top G there. Now you'll say to me, well, you didn't actually play any blues strings, you didn't play any F sharps there. Yeah, but when I do that glissando, that gliss at the beginning, obviously if you don't have your blues strings raised up, your Fs to F sharp, that's not going to run up nicely in the key of G major, in the scale of G major. It's going to be all C major notes, and that's going to sound weird. And in fact, we do play, on the bass line, we do play this blue F string here, F sharp as it is now, to show you a little bit of the bass. Now this is where I have to be very careful. I get what I call the death rattle, where the string is ringing and I bring my finger back to play the same string and you get that nasty vibration. You have to be sort of very deft with it, very sort of careful, but very positive. See if I can show you what I mean. So here's the bass line. Horrible style, I know. Something like that. As I say, the playing is pretty terrible, but you know, the idea I think is okay. You know, I think that the notes are fine, the bass line and the tune together. That glissando that I do at the beginning, I start on the G, the lowest G, and then I try and play the A next on the. So I do the G for the right hand run up, the A for the left hand run up, and then it's kind of a bit hit and miss, but it sounds okay, isn't it? Running up to that nice D note there, the dominant of the key of G, so it's a nice sort of lead-in note to the tune. And notice how when I play, I hold the harp and I push my shoulder, my right shoulder, into the back of the harp. Although it is a bit wobbly, I'm on quite a thick mat here. If you brace it, it's absolutely fine. I'll tell you what, it's a million times better than trying to balance it on your lap or something. And in some of my other videos I was crazy things tied and strapped to various things. This is, yeah, okay, it wobbles a bit, but it's pretty solid, and it's definitely a very good investment. I'd say it's an absolute no-brainer if you've got one of these harps. Then get yourself one if you can afford it. Now the thing about this is, because it's for a wedding march, it's got to be much slower than the original. The original, if you know the song, is a kind of a sort of jokey country and western thing. I'm having to slow this right down to about 74 beats per minute because it's got to last for 2 minutes. I'm only going to play it through once on this video, but it's going to go through twice on the day, so we'll see how that works out. So there we are, far from perfect, but we're getting there. A couple of little rattles there. A lot of the problem is with the left hand, you try and mute things. Just things like that, we play the note with the thumb and bring the thumb back onto the string so that when you play it again you don't get a nasty rattle. So it's play, mute, play, 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 mute, play, play. Do you see? And that is what you're trying to avoid, that rattle there. There we go, so it's a problem. I mean, a little bit of noise I think is quite a nice natural thing, but you know, obviously you're trying to get as clean a performance as possible. You've watched the really, really good players, you know, their playing's ultra clean. You watch somebody like Amy Turk play and you never hear any of those rattles from her. She's always muting and stopping, and you know, that's a lifetime's work. I haven't got a lifetime in front of me, sadly. It started a bit late. I do really love playing it. It's a lovely break from my other musical instruments, and I play the melodeon mostly these days for my melodeon lessons. I'm still a guitarist, so this is a bit of light relief. This has been an interesting project, and it's now getting towards the end of April. I've got to get this done before the beginning of July, so I've got all of May and June to keep practicing, and you know, when I feel I'm really, really ready, I'll make the recording, and then I'll post it on here. Perhaps do a video of it again and you'll be able to see it. If you have any questions, please do get in touch with me either on my website, and the address is on your screen now, or via YouTube, and you'll see me in my next video.